And it's time for comedy, bringing stars and stories. It's where you wanna be. From celebs to entrepreneurs, she's got the scoop. Community and entertainment, she's in the loop. Every smile a burst of velvet light. Through the screen she shines so bright, with the laughs and tales that weave tonight.
Hey, Damon. We about to do this. Come on, let's go.
Damon Little.
Angie Stone, y'all.
With so much going on in the world today, can't keep on stressing your life away. So get up from that place that you're in. Enjoy life, cause you never know when this life will ever end. Not today.
Hey, not today. Everything's gonna be okay. All you have to say.
Not gonna let nobody stress me out today.
Hey, come what may, it will be okay. All you have to say.
Not gonna let nobody stress me out today.
I woke up this morning, I was feeling fine, till my brother called me on FaceTime, complaining about this, talking about that. I said, wait a minute, don't you talk like that. God's been so good to you and me, so clear those thoughts and let it be. So next time the hook come back around, sing this song with me.
Hey, not today. Everything's gonna be okay.
Nobody stressing out today. You know it ain't.
It will be okay. All you have to say.
COVID world changing, gas prices high. Said it won't be long till God crack the sky. We got to love, forgive, treat everybody right. I found out life's the only way to live. Nobody needs stressing in their life. Hey,
Not tomorrow. Everything's gonna be
ain't nobody
okay. All you have to say. Not gonna let nobody come what may.
come with me.
Will be
It's gonna be okay.
All you have to say.
Not gonna let nobody stress me out today.
I'm alive and I'm breathing well. That means life is good.
I may not have everything I want, but life
Is good.
is good.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be all you have to say.
Angie, let's do it like this. No, I won't, no, I can't let nobody do it.
It will be okay.
All you have to
All
say,
you have to say. Not gonna let nobody stress you out today.
job, money, husband, and life, kids, cars, home, or wife. Can't let nobody stress me out.
Not gonna let nobody stress you out today.
I can't let you steal my joy. I can't let you steal my peace. I can't let you hang on.
Not gonna let nobody
Don't
stress
stress
you
me
out
out.
today.
No stress, can't stress. No stress, can't stress. No stress, can't stress.
Not gonna let nobody stress me out today.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, the Cammie Grayson Show, and I am so honored today. I just feel like crying. I'm so excited. I have no other than the one and only Damon Little in the house. Thank you for being in the house.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And thank you for letting us play that song.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, and who else do we have here?
Oh, I'm Jerry Adams.
Oh,
Yes, I'm Jerry Adams. I am the tour coordinator
okay.
and road manager.
Wow, you got a big job.
Yeah, I would say.
And then I have one more person in the house.
Hey, WC in the house. I'm just, let me tell you something. I don't know how to act, but my wife's over there, so I'm like,
You gotta be good.
you know that happens when your heroes, show up on you, you know what I'm saying? So,
It's Shiro.
yeah.
Shiro's.
Oh,
Okay. So, Mr. Little, it's all on you. What you got going on?
Wow, a whole lot, This is probably the best time of my life, I'm on a seniors tour. So I'm touring the country. I did about 32 regions already.
Okay.
And we have about 45 more to go,
Wow.
So let me just tell you, I'm laying in the bed, and I dream about a lot of songs that I had penned before, but I'm laying in the bed and I'm dreaming that I'm singing to thousands and thousands of people, but all of them are 70 and older. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, man, I'm thinking that I'm going into a new era because my music have crossed over to mainstream. So I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna get younger people, to come and gravitate to my sound and my music. And God shows me in a dream all these singers, my audience with the gray hair and had canes and the wheelchairs. I'm like, I woke up, and
Pretty sure.
I got to be honest with you, it wasn't a nightmare. It was just, I woke up out of this dream like, whoa, But then I began to see the full circle of the dream and what God was showing me. He showed me to go on the road and to front it myself to start off with, and a seniors appreciation tour, national seniors appreciation tour. They are the forgotten ones,
Wow.
and they're the ones that built this country, done a lot of things. I mean, when you look at the sewing machines and stoplights, and our seniors done a lot of stuff, and nobody talks about this stuff, and they've raised their kids, not only their kids, but their grandkids and their grandkids' kids,
Right.
And nobody ever go back and say, hey, thank you, hey, let me take you out, let me help you, So I think a part of being instrumental piece in the music industry, or when you saying you're connected to God, or
Right.
I think the most important part is serving.
Right.
You know,
right. Not just
get on stage in bright lights.
Yeah.
It's easy to dress up and get on stage in bright lights, but I think serving is most important. So what I do, this is nothing new to me. So then it all came together. It's nothing new to me for 20 something years.
Wow.
I've been owning senior homes in Maryland. I'll have over 23 senior homes on a day-to-day basis. When I'm home, I take them for walks. I make sure that they get to their doctor's appointments. The widows. This is some things that people don't know about Damon Little. Some widows. I even have a lady that's in my home that's been with me for about 15 years that was only supposed to live 6 months.
Wow.
When I went to one of the popular hospitals in the country, John Hopkins Hospital, the doctor called me there. He says, hey, I told this family, if anybody can help their mother, you can. Can you come here? I said, hey, I'm going to drop what I'm doing, doc, and I'm coming here.
Wow.
I sit in the waiting room for about 45 to 50 minutes while they were trying to bring her back to life. I sit in one chair. I did not know that her daughter was sitting across from me. We never exchanged words. We never spoke or what have you. So after 45 minutes to an hour later, the doctor comes out and he says, have you guys gotten acquainted yet? And she was like, no. I said, no, I didn't know that was your daughter. He says, well, I was hoping that you guys, started talking because I told her that your home would be the perfect home for her mom. So long story short, the daughter was a Caucasian lady, young, and she says, my mom is not going in his home. Yeah, and the doctor says, he pulled her to the side. He says, hey, you know, I think you need to rethink that. If your mom is going to survive at all, she need to go in Mr. Little's home. Long story short, he talked her into it. Her mom came in. Her daughter would come at least 4 times a day.
Wow.
For just,
So we have a job.
Oh yeah, in between lunch. Yeah. In between breakfast, in between dinner, you know, sometimes after 9 at night, hey, I just came to check on my mom. Why are you coming to check on your mom? Oh, I miss her so much. And you know, her mom didn't even live with her. Long story short, she just didn't want her there.
Yeah.
Well, after about 5 years, we would have been lucky if we seen her twice a year.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Her mom lived for 15 years with me.
Nice.
And you know, it's just mind blowing how God can just use a young boy, you know, out of the inner city, to do such things like that. So I think some people go through life and never ever know their purpose.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe I found my purpose.
Amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, just to think about that someone's actually caring about the seniors. You know, we talk about it, but a lot of times people don't have time. You know, they got to work, they got to do this, they got to do that, but they don't have time to go to that nursing home. It's just for 5 minutes. You know, I worked at a nursing home in Dallas, the Traymore nursing home, and I remember I was doing my clinical, and I had this old lady. Her name was Miss Ellis, and Miss Ellis, they partnered me with Miss Ellis because, you know, I'm a girly girl. I used to dress up, my makeup and all this, and Miss Ellis loved the makeup. Wow. And so I would go to Miss Ellis, dress her up. She had her pearls, but no one would ever come see her. She had family, but no one would ever come see her. And she was Caucasian. Wow. But she was waiting for her girl. That's what she called me. My girl will be here in a minute. You know, and when I finished the clinical, I had to go back and see her. And I kept going back to see her until she finally passed away. But to me, that means a lot, you know, for me, not for Miss Ellis, but for me, because I knew someone was there for her. She knew that her girl was coming, you know. I don't even think she ever really knew my name. But yeah, that's a true story. And so I always look up to people who do different things like that to help the seniors, because they really need it.
It's a funny thing now we're talking about seniors. You know, when I was 30 or whatever, I would think, man, people in their 60s is old. You know,
That's how it seemed back then.
yeah. And then when I turned 49, I got a birthday card from AARP.
Oh my
Goodness.
And I said, what the ham sandwich is this?
Right.
You know? And now that I'm just about to turn 66, you know, this is on 2 fronts. The elderly being, you know, cast aside, and veterans. So I was, you know, it was double. So I'm in that now where in the mornings, man, I take, you know, I've got seniors taking them to their appointments. And let me tell you something, they love Mr. Whitley. You know, because especially I can identify. But the funniest thing was I went to this, you know, I go to the VA or to the military hospital, and then I had the surgery, and this lady came in to my hospital room, and I was like, where is she? She says, well, I'm so-and-so, and I'm from Gen Care. And I'm like, you mean old people's medical place? You know, she's like, and let me tell you something, they have been the best. But what's funny is I walk into the clinic to get, you know, to see, everybody behind the counter is younger than me, all the workers. But when I sit in the lobby, I look like I'm the youngest there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and then, you know, a lot of times I'm like, Jesus, do I have to be the oldest guy in the room? You know, but of course, last week I wasn't the oldest guy in the room. Right. Damon, let me just tell you, man, we were talking earlier, you know, as someone who was in a wheelchair. And I wanted to share that there were certain songs, you wrote a song back in 2014, 2015. Because of you.
Because of you. That was
And then how did I make it through? And at the end, it says because you and because of you. And I was contemplating suicide.
my God.
And Damon's song and Dietrich Haddon's were the only two songs that I would listen to. And it changed my life. So
Wow, that's big.
That's huge.
see you do next to me, you know, and a lot of the artists, they never know how their music has impacted
Other
people's
people.
lives.
Yeah.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? And I was telling that, you know, Jerry and I, we've been friends for quite a while.
Oh,
And, you know, when the artists come in, like, you know, I do radio, I do TV, stuff like that. When these artists come in town, a lot of them, they get to the point where they get their behinds on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And, you know, you gotta go through 20 people just to say, you know, hi. And then they treat the radio folk, we're the ones that play the music.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember Ricky Dillard. Ricky Dillard came on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was sharing some things with Ricky, and he just stopped and just had prayer with me.
right there.
Right there, right after he got off the stage.
Yeah.
He said he saw something, you know. So the artists that, first of all, I told these other artists, I said, you did not get rich by buying your own product.
That's right.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
But what you're doing, bro, it really brings joy to me.
Yeah.
With the seniors, and he said, we're the forgotten. You know, now people call me OG and pops and this, that, and the other. So I'm like,
You know, well, at the end of the day, we all gonna get there eventually.
you go, yeah, we're gonna get
If you don't take us home before then,
Yeah.
we're gonna all get there. You
The only
know.
way you don't get there is you die young.
there. Exactly. And it's not go, there's a place to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, and you treat people how you want to be treated,
Right.
and this what you're doing is phenomenal.
Well, I think it's a heartfelt thing. I don't think it's something that you can learn. You know, I just think it's a certain amount of chosen people that God have chosen to take care of the seniors, man. You know, I can be in the grocery store and see a senior's shoestring untied, or just this thing come on me and say, hey, she wanted to pick up other items, but she only picked up what her card will take care of. And I'll be led to go over and say, hey, mama, I'm gonna be here for about an hour. Go and fill your card up with the things that you wanted, and I'm gonna pay for it. You know, or I can see or I can see a singer. I seen a singer about 87 years old. I like coffee some days, you know, and I go to Dunkin' Donuts, and I always, and they know me, the Indian guys at the Dunkin' Donuts. I say, give me a 1313, and they already know. And if I have anybody in the car with me, and they'll look at me and say, you know how to speak Pakistan? Or, yeah, 1313, you know. It's just a thing that we got. I got about 5 different stops that we do that. But I'm sitting in the car one day, and this old lady walks by, and the Spirit of God just told me, bless her with $100. And some things that God does, I don't even understand it, you know. So I say, hey, mama, how you doing? She says, hi, and she keep walking. Well, she try to walk fast. She had a cane. Because, you know. You can imagine how she try to walk. Yeah, because, you know, this thing about young people and how young people can be. Long story short, I get out and I say, I'm just a church boy. My name is Damon Little, mama. You know, I was just led to do something for you. You know, I want to bless you with this $100. The old lady started crying. Oh, wow. And she says, why are you doing this? I say, God, you know. She says, oh, you're a Christian? Yes, ma'am. You know, and she opened up to me somewhat. But there was a dollar store right across from us, from where I was getting this coffee from by my Dunkin' Donuts. Long story short, she says, wow, it has to be God. She said, because I sent my grandson to the store to pay some things for me with my card. And I'm getting a lot of, it was around the 8th or 9th of the month. She says, I'm getting a lot of calls that my bills haven't been paid and I haven't seen my grandson. She said, he took my card. She took my card and spent all my money on my card.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I gathered up some change. She had a bunch of change in like a handkerchief or something. And she said, I was going over here to get I was trying to get some eggs and some other little items to make a meal. She said, I've been so hungry. I said, I want to plant this $100 seed in you.
Wow.
But But I said it to say you have to hear the voice of God.
Yes.
And it's not a thing that you just jump up and say, I'm a godly man. It's a daily walk and a daily relationship.
You can't turn it off.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So it's a lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
I just think that my wealth as a young man and in my extended life is because of my pure heart.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know when I sung the Because of You song, I was talking in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And that's something I've never done. But I talked because I had to talk.
Yeah, you did.
Why did I have to talk? Because I had died twice with open heart surgery.
Heart surgery. Yeah.
And so I didn't even have the breath. When I went in the studio, it took me 6 days to record that song.
Wow.
Because the energy, the breath wasn't there. I wasn't even supposed to be out and record.
And rest.
Yes. And I never forget, my wife drove me up to Jersey, and I was covering my guy Bubby Fan. That was the first time we cut a record together. And I said, man, I have a song God laid on my heart. Again, I had a dream of performing a song. Long story short, I had to talk the first 4 or 5 bars of the song because I just couldn't sing it. And then after the anointing came, then I was able to sing the verse when it modulated. But the song was a blessing to me. It was a top 10 record for me, and it was a blessing for me. And it opened doors. I'm finding out more and more that it doesn't take God a lot for God to do what He got to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So that was the door that opened for me to like my whole sound to change.
Love it. Love it. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to find out what it takes to make a tour happen for this guy here. All right, if you just tuned in, you haven't tuned in too late. You tuned into the Grammy Grayson Show, and we were talking about touring.
Yes.
What does it take to make a tour happen?
Well, my name is Jerry Adams, you guys. I am in this industry for some time now. Logistically, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of moving parts. When I got the call from Damon to come on board and help coordinate this tour, logistically, I was honored. I too am a believer. I believe in reaching out to the people, touching the people where they are. When he was talking about going with this thing, I knew the task was big.
Wow.
And when I said yes to him, it's like God just, I don't know, just the favor of God moved through me. And your question is, what does it take? It takes a person that's sharp and focused. I'm coordinating a tour, really, right now, right as we speak. The next city you're going into, who's in that town, or whatever the case may be, or what facility we're trying to reach. That's something that we talk about among ourselves. But trust and believe. When we show up at that facility and see the smiles on those faces of those seniors, like he said, some folks have been there, and they're in the wheelchairs and things of that nature. It's important that the community ascertain what it is we're about to do, because when you start touching people's lives, I mean, for real, in real time,
Yeah.
it's real in the field. So, sound, imagery, articulation, everything, because you're going across all genre,
Right.
and you're going across all ethnicities. Okay, so you can't be Bubba,
No.
Pookie. Y'all talk to me.
Yeah, you're right. All the way.
And you sit here with what we sit with, right?
Wow.
So we're constantly on this display. But when Damon himself gets before them, he has a way with those seniors, man. He knows how to talk to them. He knows how to communicate with them, and he get them up moving. We have some of those directors that say some of these folks hadn't moved in years, literally. They don't want to come to none of the functions, none of the activities. When they heard about him coming to town, they were all down there meeting us and waiting on us. So I thank God that He used us in the service. Come on, somebody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, sir.
it's important
Yes,
that we
sir.
do that. Because God could have chose anybody to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody else could have coordinated it too. But God chose he and I, and that's something that we share. And I tell you what, this has been Houston, it's been New Jersey, it's been Baltimore, Maryland, it's been Chicago, it's been Atlanta. I mean, and we're still going. I mean, this thing is it's taking on a mind of its own. And we've started out here a few weeks back. And when I speak to those activity directors, those folks are like, sure, come on in, let's do this. And then sometimes you get them, and it's more like a thing of what type of music.
Right.
Okay, because we are, believe it or not, everybody ain't on the Jesus boat. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
so
And
we
it's
have to-
known.
They just tell you, hey, you
Yeah.
know. So we have to go over our playlist and things of nature. And we talk about how we do music that it relates to the people in mainstream, but still get our message across. There's no stress.
Right.
It's love. It's inspiration. So when they get through, they're like, "Are y'all coming back? Oh my God!" And we're in there. Our sets are like what 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's quick. We don't hold them all. You know, we let the saints out. Come on,
Yeah.
let's change. You know, let them go. We go. The church is there for a few moments. Y'all see what's happening?
That's true.
Read it. So we read the tea leaves. We don't hold them. I'm getting ready to close and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not that there. We're in there. We love on those folks, man. The energy is so high. And it's something big, right, Dave?
Oh man, you're looking at. See, a lot of time people miss the boat. When we going into these homes, these seniors' homes, we're looking at them as being seniors, you know, but they wasn't seniors 50 years ago.
Right.
You know, so we're meeting people that own gas stations, you know, oil companies, you know, Microsoft. We're meeting people. You know, I'm talking to one lady. I'm singing, and we have a media team that goes out with us, and he's videoing and he's taking pictures, and this senior says, "Get away from me!
Oh my goodness!
I don't want to be on there. What are you doing? What is going on?" She had dementia. And the staff sort of kind of came up, you know, to calm her down. The daughter was there. She was about 90 years old, I think it was, church. And so they're saying, I said, I understand, we good, you know. And I just kept singing, and I sung the song. I remember when I never shall forget all the things you've done for me. And I went over to her and started singing to her, and she said, "What are you doing? Stop it! What are you doing?" And I just kept singing, and she says, "I like it." You know, she split, you know. And then I was led to just give her some money. And then I gave her, we have these bracelets that we give away called Singers Appreciation Tour. I said, I'm singing the song, but I'm putting the bracelet on her arm. She says, "I like this blue, my favorite color." You know, and I keep singing. Her daughter says, oh, she's 90. She's 90. And I'm still singing. And I hug. I said, "Can I have a hug?" She says, "Yes." I give her a hug. But the atmosphere changed.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I turned to tell Jerry to bring up the volume on the track. And when I turned, she says, "Give me a kiss." And she kisses me.
She in love now.
Yeah, she kisses me on the cheek. And then I says, "Oh, I love you back." And she says to me, "I want to tell you something. Come here. I want to tell you something. My daughter that lied." And I'm like, "Uh-oh." Did she switch back? And she says, I said, "Oh yeah, what did she lie about?" She says, "I'm 90. I'm not 90. I'm sweet 16 the rest of my life."
Oh, see, I love it.
Yeah. So showing love. I don't think that love have a shape, size, or look to it. I just think that if it's pure and from your heart, you know, it can change the whole atmosphere and all that, man. So it changed everything and everybody in the center was like, wow. You know, so that's what I'm grateful about, and that's what I'm seeing with the senior tour. When you speak about a person like Jerry, you have to be a very special person.
Yes.
To coordinate this and to work with me, because I'm a very picky guy. You know, you got to realize I've been owning my own business from the age of 17 and a half. So I call my own shots.
Yeah.
You know, and to have somebody to work with me to say, hey man, we got to get up at this time, we got to be there at this time, you know, what you think about this, or how, you know, you got to be, so in being a leader, you got to be very disciplined too.
Yes.
You know? And so working with Jerry, I have to work with people at this stage of my life, and I know I look young, y'all, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So at this stage of my life, I have to be surrounded around like-minded people.
Yeah.
You know, people that's going to live a certain way on the road, you know, and be a certain way, and have some of the same important things that's important to me.
It's very important, and
Yes.
it doesn't matter what you do.
Yes.
I mean, even like owning this business. I'm the
Yes.
first African American woman to
Wow.
own a podcast studio in
Wow.
Virginia Beach.
Wow.
So you got to stay above. You got to stay on top of it. You got to stay humble, you know, and be grateful for the people who are around you.
Yes.
And so you did on.
Yes,
you did
ma'am.
on
Yes,
because
and you have to make no difference what's going on around you sometimes. Like there were some calls we got in the office today, and Jerry was taking the calls, you know, they were forwarding the calls or what have you. And I said, that don't happen in my world. I don't hear that in my world. You know, my focus is going to Virginia Beach. My focus is going to DC. My focus is seeing these singers and doing what I have to do. I don't even know what that other stuff is.
Right.
You know? So you have to stay prayed up. You have to stay focused. You have to stay humble.
Yes.
You have to stay, you know, energetic to do what God have given you to do. You can't get out of a car and say, I'm on another singers tour. You know, I thought when we first started, we said we'd do about 25 days. We're up to about 32, then 45 more to do.
it's taking the world of its own.
Yeah, and then, okay, I funded this out of my own pocket, you know, so I don't have to have the issue of saying, oh man, what's gonna happen at the door?
Right.
You know, what kind of hotel they got us in? God have already prepared me to say, hey man, go in there if you're ministering to 5 seniors or 500 seniors. You know, I'm already mentally set to do whatever. So when I'm going to these auditoriums or these senior homes and the rooms are packed, I'm like, only God can do this. You know, so man, it's just I'm living the eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard, and then to extend that. Before I even leave, Miss Will, the homes, they're saying, hey, what about a holiday seniors a national tour?
Oh,
you know?
right.
So now they're trying to open up from November until January the 2nd to do a holiday singers appreciation tour. So, and then we have so many sponsors and people like, is this real?
Yeah.
You know, you know, God is amazing how He can prepare the table before you.
Man.
Yeah, and you know the thing that I love the most is, like you said, I've had my own business since 1996.
Yeah.
And letting go is a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
But when you know you've got like Moses had Aaron and her, you know, when you got that on one side and you're on the other side, it allows you to minister.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes the administrative stuff off. You know, my wife does that.
Yeah.
She used to tell me when we did an event at Cammy was at a mall some years ago, and I was just so hands on. You know, we giving away, you know, 10,000 toys or whatever. And I just would not let go. You know, but then you know she said, "Baby, I got this." And when I saw what she did, I let it go. You know. And it allowed me to be free, and that's what I'm thanking God for Jerry, because like I said, Jerry's that's my heart right there. You know, and for your mission, you know, for you to be able to focus strictly on that, you know, others are being blessed by that.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely.
So when you do that holiday tour, call us, because we'll be right there. I'm 65. I can go. I don't know if I can go. Call WC. I'm coming.
Well, we got another song. Tell us about. Is it with the remix? What is this? What are we playing?
Well, you just heard the Angie Stone song that I gave you permission to play, and that song was the longest running #1 inspirational song to date. I mean, we beat Kurt Franklin's, the Todd Chillers, the Yolanda. Man, it was amazing how God did it, and we doing this independently. You know, and then I get a phone call from CAN'T KG from Naughty by Nature.
Oh my God.
Yeah, KG calls me he sent me emails a few times, and I was like, man, ooh, I ain't answering that. That's a scam or something like that, And so he says, hey, dude, this is my last time hitting you up, and my wife was like, you gotta listen to the women now, y'all.
Yeah, we got to.
Jerry and Mr. Will ain't gonna admit to this, but y'all women are much smarter than we are. Yeah, my wife, Mr. Will, your wife's shaking her head. She ain't moved all night. Yeah, but we gotta listen to the women. My wife said, you might need to answer that email. I said, well, you answer it for me. She answered. She said, hey, I've been real busy. I would like to talk to you if you could send me the number over. And he says, hey, dude, I sent the number on the first email. So she went back, man. We met him. Look, we're in Baltimore. He's in Jersey. Mm-hmm. He want to fly us up or send a car for us to come up. And I said, well, how much you charge? He says, nothing. I want to do the track for you, man. He said, I've been wanting to do something inspirational, and I just been trying to think. I mean, you got to look at these guys.
Yeah.
Multi-platinum.
Wow. Yeah.
So he said, I want to pour into somebody inspiration that's doing this thing for real. We went up there, man. We're still locked in, and he have about 4 more tracks for me. He's sending me tracks like every couple of weeks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, we went there, man. We had the what's her name? Queen Latifah came through, and then the girls that danced for Beyonce, and then Jermaine Dupri, or whatever this guy named came through the studio, and we were like, wow. He was like, man, this guy is amazing right here, and I'm like, oh man, is this happening for real? But God would enlarge your territory when you get there. And that's why I think He deals with our heart instead of what we say out of our mouth. You can say anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So this remix is produced by super platinum producer KG from Naughty by Nature. This song is taken on like wildfires, crossing over into mainstream. I've done about, the tour, I can't really disclose it right now, but I have a mainstream tour that I'm going to be a part of.
Nice.
And I have secular artists. This is crazy, man. I have secular artists that's reaching out to me like, man, we got to do something. Like huge secular artists, like we got to do a song together. So I just never thought all this would come out of it, and how God would make it happen. But a lot of time we as Christians, and I say this a lot, we as Christians, we as church folks, or that was raised in the church, a lot of time we say, yeah, believers, we say, hey man, I want a house. God, just give me a house. Where you living in an apartment now? When you say, God, just give me, I want a little row house somewhere. You don't ask for the 12 bedrooms and the Bentley. We gotta ask for that. I'm telling you, man. I just invest in myself. On this tour, and people are kicking the door down to try to do some things, but God will bless you so greatly until you can pick and choose who you want to be a part, because their spirit got to be right too. And the wrong person can invest in the tour and say, hey, we want this, don't go to that place, don't do that. I want to be led by Him totally, man. It's just amazing. And to see the Caucasian people, the Chinese, we had a Chinese lady and on the other date a few days ago, she came up and she was singing the song, no stressing, and she said she was dancing and singing. It's just amazing how it's crossing over to all genres.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
That's good.
That's huge, man.
That's good. So we're gonna get Too Nice to play the song.
You can definitely play this record.
All right.
Oh yeah, Damon Little here
TV's on him.
with the remix of No Stressing with my man KG from Naughty by Nature.
No stressing, no stressing. Not today, not today. No stressing, no stressing. Just leave all your problems behind.
Even thinking all my losses and my wins. Had to think where I have been. He has been my closest friend. 'Cause all my problems didn't bring me down. And all my struggles said he turned it all around. No stressing.
No stress.
Yeah.
No stress.
Oh, not today.
Not
Come what
today.
day.
Not today.
Oh,
No stress.
no stressing.
No stress.
No.
Just leave all your problems behind.
Everything won't be the same. I must confess life is a test. Some heartache and some pain. But nevertheless, I'm truly blessed. 'Cause all my problems didn't bring me down. And all my struggles said he turned it all around. It don't matter. It don't matter, y'all. Life is full of cloudy days. All you gotta do is call on his name. It don't matter. Come on. Just leave all your problems behind. I ain't gon' stress. I ain't gon' stress. I ain't gon' stress. I ain't gon' stress.
Not today. No stress.
Ain't gon' work my nerves.
No stress.
Oh,
Just
no.
leave all your problems
All over the world.
behind.
Come on. To the left. No stress. To the right. We're blessed. Come on, y'all.
Back it up, don't stress.
I see you, mama.
Around with blessed.
To the left. No stress. Come on. To the right. We're blessed. Oh, yeah.
Back it up, don't stress.
Everybody.
Around with
Everybody.
blessed.
To the left. No stress. To the right. We're blessed.
Back it up, don't stress. When we look around
Little
with
kids, come on.
blessed.
To the left. No stress. To the right. We're blessed.
Just leave all your problems behind. No stress. No stress.
I ain't gonna let it get me
Not
down.
today.
I ain't gonna
Not today.
have no sleepless nights no more. No, 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 no.
No stress. Just leave all your problems behind. No stress. It's gonna be a good day. No stress.
It's so old tossing, turning, crying about it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
It's gonna be a good day.
Oh, no.
It's gonna
I'm gonna
be
leave
just
it all
leave all your
behind. No stress, no stress, no stress, no stress. I ain't gonna stress you out. I ain't gonna let you stress me out no more. No stress, no stress, no stress, y'all, no stress.
Just leave all your problems behind.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boots on the ground, little run for the money. We just cut a video to it, and the video is gonna be a concept video. It's gonna be coming out real soon. Man, you know, the artist that came on the video was like mind blowing. Mainstream artists. They was like in the dance. We got folks skating in there. Y'all got to see it.
yeah, I got
What's
to
the
see
bishop name? Bishop Odin?
The old roller skate?
Yeah. So many mainstream artists came for the video. We got, the dirt bikes, the skating, we got the line dance, It's so much that we had in this video, man. It's mind blowing. So it's gonna be a movement. I think
Yes.
and see, sometimes you just got to, all the time we should, but we don't always do that. After the first Angie Stone version, and I'm again hearing the voice of God, he was still saying like, no stressing. Because, you look at the economy, you look at what people going through financially, mentally, depression. I think that a lot of time the believers, as Jerry say, they are the ones that suffer the most mentally, spiritually, financially, so, and just hearing the voice of God, he just said to me, hey man, stay on no stressing. It's not time to get off of it yet. I have another song with another mainstream artist that's really gonna be crazy. You know, I mean, like, it's mind blowing that this guy just came to me like, hey, you guys probably love him too, but I can't disclose it yet.
Right.
But
That means he's coming back here.
oh yeah, we coming back.
You home. You home.
Your show is so hot, I might even just stay here.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
I'm enjoying myself
I bring it back.
with this ride.
Thank
you know, with this whole no stressing. It's a movement, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. Absolutely.
David, real quick, how did the Angie Stone come about being on the video?
Man, it was about 4 names in the hat. It was Macy Gray, it was Jennifer Hudson,
Oh, I love
Fantasia,
What?
and Angie Stone. And then I just prayed about it, thought about it, and I said Angie Stone. That's why I go back to again. You got to always hear the voice of God. Now look at this. I could have gotten any of them because I was able to afford them. You know. And all of them had said, hey, okay, we'll do the record, you know, because the management was reaching out. My management team was reaching out to the management team. But just like we're sitting here talking, it was like God spoke, Angie Stone.
Wow.
So we reach out to Angie Stone. She says, I think I heard of him. Tell y'all what, I don't move like that, baby. That was her favorite word, baby. And she said, I got to hear the record first, and my team will get back with your team in a few weeks because I'm very busy right now, and we'll get back in a few weeks. And if we do decide, I mean, it will be, real money because y'all gospel folks is just,
She called it right.
Yeah. So I said, I respect that on Angie. I say, but I'm a businessman first. You know, I say, so whatever we agree on, if we decide to move forward, I'm gonna take care of business. So we got her the record. 30 minutes later, she hit us back. I love this record. It's gonna be 2 weeks. It's gonna be 2 weeks. So we were arranging to fly in to the studio in this place and that place. We cut the record, her part, in Atlanta, Georgia, because that's how fast she wanted to get it done. So we gave her a check. I gave her a check for all of her money that night, and she got in that booth, and I wanted to take my check back. Because she got in the booth and she said, "There's so much going on in the world today." I said, I got to tell Lord. Yeah, I said, I can't give her my money. Like I said, I'm gonna void that check. And so I told Jerry, I said, Jerry, run me to the bank. And I went and got so many stacks of money. The bank asked me, said, anybody following you or what's going on? You know, I went and got the cash. Cause I'm young, but I've been out here a while, and I know, the ins and outs. So I went and got the cash, and Jerry took me back. So I said, Miss Angie, can I speak to you? I said, her manager was there, Chuck. I said, can I speak to her for a second? She was in there still sounding hoarse. And I said, we had it in a towel. I said, hey, we want to get the check back and give you this. And she says, oh, baby, you know what to do, don't you? She said, at that studio, she said, with so much going on in the world today. Yeah. You can't keep on stressing your life. Yeah, she said,
oh no.
Yeah, and we paid her that cash, and the rest was history. But look, she said that at the time I wrote that song for, all the stuff, she was taking care of mom. Her mom had all this stuff, COVID and all this stuff. She was going blind. Or she said it was a blessing to her. Really, it was. We had about 10 promotional dates to do. She upped my price so triple, when I would book dates, she upped my price a whole lot. They got from the ward off hotel. They started putting us in the ward off hotels and historical hotel, and our numbers went up. We made some money with it, so I was really, really, really blessed. But she ended up being a great, great lady, and she was so experienced. She cut that track with her legs crossed. Oh, yeah. Every note, everything, and she was so inspirational. But to know that she would pass like that, I talked to her that morning, and she said, I'm coming to Baltimore. You got to do this show with me, the CIAA. She said, you got to do this show with me later on. So you rest up now here. And I said, okay. She said, all right, baby. That's what she said. Yeah. And, but you know what stuck with me? She said to me, she said, look, now all these little young divas gonna be trying to jump on the record. She was right. The girl from is it Escape?
Escape. Yeah.
She tried to jump. You know, everybody was showing up. Michelle Williams and and Escape. They were saying, hey, if Angie don't make it, we'll do the record. The record is big now. And she said, hey, baby, all these little divas gonna try to jump on that record because it's a hit now. She said, don't let them do my part. She said, yeah. She said,
We got to do every stop.
yeah. She said, when my part come up, make sure you keep my voice on in the track and she said, let it show me in the studio doing it. And I say, but on Angie, I say, they can do the part good too. She said they can't do it like me.
I know that.
And I say, why? I say, why? I said, why? She said, look, she was a jokester too. She said, look, their lips ain't big as mine. Yeah, she's a jokester though. Yes. I got some videos of her joking in the dressing room and stuff like that.
Oh,
I just haven't displayed any of them yet, but she was amazing. Yeah.
She was wonderful. Well, she was wonderful to work with too. Working on that video, my first one with her was, right there, just as close as we are.
Yeah.
And some things, her spirit, she was just easy to work with.
Yeah, she was a pro. She was a bona fide pro.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the tour.
Well, the tour is it's ongoing. We headed out. We're gonna be here in I think it's Chesapeake. Yeah, Chesapeake. I'll be here, and the address, the name of that place, I can't think of it.
Arbors.
Yeah. Arbors.
Yeah.
Seniors facility.
Nice.
Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. We're gonna be there with the seniors. They're gonna be an outside thing. You're gonna be outside.
Okay.
They're gonna be barbecuing and all this stuff, and
We'll be there.
it's gonna be there tomorrow at 1:30, and they're looking forward just to come in, and we're so excited about that. Miss Janine invited us in. Shout out to William Stars who helped coordinate that whole process. So we're excited about that, and then we leave from Chesapeake. I get to go home for a day or two.
You look like
Really,
I get to
I'm
go
all over the place. We're going out to Mobile. We're going to Pensacola, Florida. So
Memphis, Nashville, yeah.
Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, and Nashville.
Yeah.
That's up next. That's the next leg.
Okay.
Leg 6. We're on leg 5 now.
Yeah.
So it's leg 6. We're going to get those markers. We got Jackson, Mississippi is going to be right on Juneteenth. That's a Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're going to be coming up through that Mississippi, that Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, and Nashville.
Nice.
So it's a lot happening, you all. We got a lot of things going on.
Wow.
Yeah, we're supposed to go out West Coast the week after, but they doing a little, making too much noise out there.
Got a detour.
Yeah, you
Get y'all on the rebound.
Yeah, you got to breathe out there now.
We go out there, we'll probably be stressed, right? No stress. That's right.
Yes, right. But people need to understand that when you're hearing all these dates,
Yes.
for those of us in the media, you're thinking, they're gonna be going to all these big sellout crowds and something. But you all are going to senior center.
Yeah. Right in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right where they are.
That's huge.
Now, so marketing this event that the senior homes, what if people decide to show up there? How does that work?
Some of the seniors' homes allow people to come in, like the family members and then the public people, and then some of them they have so many people in the home to jam out the place. Yeah, just jam out the place. We went to one place, free places, man. You'd be surprised. You think you're going into a room and it's actually a theater.
Oh, wow.
You know, they had a Fox theater at one place.
Built inside of the facility.
Yeah.
Like the Emblem in Atlanta, that Fox Theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got it built inside of this place. I'm like, what in the world?
It's amazing. And when I did the show today in DC, we looked at the building. We said, okay, well, let's go. And then the director comes out. She says, just come around the corner and wait at the gate. We get around there, it's a garage. You pull up under there and go up to this floor, and you have like a show. We have like it was a line of about 100 and some people in the line to come into the room. Yeah, it's mind blowing. And you're dealing with people that are real directors, coordinators, and you know, so they're on time, they're punctual with the timing and all that. And then they're standing there like, okay, I see this young guy and I see this old man Jerry. Yeah, and they say, what is this going to be about? You know, and then we go in there and we have gifts for them. You know, we have memorable things for them. You know, and then we celebrate the director that had us come in. You know, we may have AirPods or something for them, and we just celebrate everybody, and everybody be happy, and they're blown away. They're like, wow, this, you know, yeah. So it's amazing. We're giving away T-shirts and things like that. Then Jerry is taking the holiday tour list from the homes that already agreed to bring us back, and then what we're going to do is send the cases of whatever the residents want, ahead of time and pass it out. It's amazing how it all came together, but it feels so good. You don't have to, you know, it's no fussing, it's no, you know, the sound is not right, I gotta be here all night, you know, or the crowd is not there. I mean, everything is just so perfect until it has to be ordained by God. It's just a no-brainer. It has to be. And then we get testimonies from like the directors down to the singers. You know, there was a guy there today. He was blind, and they ran over there when I grabbed him by his hand. I said, my uncle was Clarence Fountain. He was blind, and they was like, oh, you're already on point. You got to have the insight, right? You know, and that just don't come by reading the book, you know. And so, man,
you have to have experience.
Yeah. So it's just so he got up and he danced and I was telling him, I said, you know, it's level in front of you. I was able to walk him through, and he took steps. You know, I said it's level and nothing in front of you. You know, he just. Man, it's amazing how it's coming all together. Yeah.
God is good.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Well, so before we wrap it up, how can people get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me, stay in touch with me by going on IG. I am Damon Little. I am Damon Little, and Facebook Damon Little. And then you can just go to DamonLittleWorld.com. DamonLittleWorld.com. Now, listen to this. We're giving away, we're putting it together now. We're giving away $10,000 to the seniors groups at the homes, and that would take place around August. We're giving away, once we finish this seniors tour before the holiday tour comes, we're going to give away $10,000 to the senior home that does the best no stressing dance. So when that little part to the left, no stress, Mr. Will and you, y'all can't be in it. I know you saying you were 60-something years old. I already know how you thinking, man. You disqualified.
That's not fair.
You're disqualified. You're too young. You're probably about 27. Your wife can't be in it. She's probably about 26. So no, y'all can. Now Jerry can be in it.
I'll be a friend.
Yeah, but we're gonna give away $10,000 to. I think the lady in it was amazing, man. The lady in Texas, she already claimed we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this. You know, Houston, Texas. She said, but then this is what's happening from this tour that we never even asked for. You got the mayor coming. You know, the mayor came out, the governor came out and gave me accolades and all that, and we didn't even invite them. They just found out, you know, like they couldn't believe it. So God is opening up the window and pouring out the blessings, man. We just doing what we're doing, not for accolades, just to go in and see the seniors and our extended family. I love you so much for having me, though. This is really cool. Let's make some noise for her, y'all.
Glad that you guys decided to come this way.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And like I said, y'all got a new home.
Oh yeah.
You got a new home whenever you need us.
So you have one of those little cot beds around here I can stay here?
You know what? I have a futon in my office.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Little pink pillow.
We live 15 minutes down the street.
Okay. got something better. I live 3 blocks from the beach.
Yeah, we coming by the beach.
I got a picture of the beach on my wall.
Yeah. And this was your story touched me so much, man. And to see the pictures when you was in the wheelchair, bro, and now you're walking and talking and moving around, man. That's what life is all about, man. That's a blessing, man. Yeah. I really do thank you. I like this show. The show is real cool. The way you got the whole atmosphere. The whole atmosphere is what you have.
Thank you.
Is real cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is home. You know, T Nice will tell you, he's probably mad because he probably ready to go to bed. But
T Nice, thank you, man. He's probably asleep, right?
we know he's sleeping.
Yeah. Thank you, T Nice, man, for hanging in there, man. Yes, sir.
So, but if y'all ever need any beats or anything, Beats by Bro is T Nice's company and my brother company, Beats by Bro. Okay. They got all kinds of beats. So if you ever need anything like that, we got you.
Oh wow, thank you so
much.
Free of
charge, we got you.
Oh wow, thank you. Yeah, I like your artwork. I like the whole atmosphere, the whole layout.
Thank you.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, we're just building. You know, we've 3 years now.
Wow.
3 years, and so. I've been here for 6.
Wow.
And so COVID made me decide, you know what, I'm going back to radio world.
Yeah.
So I started back doing this. And
awesome.
These two have been such a blessing. And like you said, the military circle mall thing, that was, that was my job. And they helped make it happen, So they have been a blessing to me. So, okay, guys, we're going to wrap this show up.
Yeah.
Mr. Wofford is going to be happy that I met you,
Mr. Wofford.
Yeah, so
I gotta go and see him do that no stressing day.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, he was jamming when I left. He was like, oh, yeah. That little bald head, he was getting it.
Yeah.
So, but thank you so much for being on the show. Yeah. Thank you so much for allowing, us to be a part of your tour. And Willie, thank you as always. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for letting him. We got to get the wife in.
Oh yeah, I know who the real boss.
Yeah. Now your boss say no. No, little sister, so I'm with her.
Oh yeah.
I would tell people I'm the boss of my house, and she gave me permission to say it.
Well, I definitely know who the boss is. We went to her office. We found her office, and you were introducing me to her, and she was on the phone. She gave you one look. and you said that one look, man, and you said, all right, man, we'll check with her later. So I know she don't play. No, she don't play.
My heart right there.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
And the boss of my house is DJ T Nice.
DJ T Nice.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's been with me for 25 years.
25 years. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, DJ T Nice, right?
DJ T Nice.
DJ T Nice.
All right, guys. Until next week, right here, SKST Radio. Bye for now. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye-bye.